my Fundamentals of Speech professor and classmates. This is going to be my personal experience speech, but before I get into that and take you on this journey, let me show you the wonderful people that are here today helping me out in my audience. Here we go. Look at that, still straight from Brockport. And that gentleman. All right, here we go. January 7th, 2011. Do you know what you were doing that day? Do you know where you were? I can tell you what I was doing, where I was, what I was drinking, the song that was on the radio, the clothes that I was wearing, the temperature outside. It was a day that I will never forget, particularly around 2:15 p.m. A little background. I was an operating engineer for 16 and a half years down in Manhattan. I loved that job. I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. I loved the commute. I was always going against traffic. There was nothing more satisfying to me than at 7 a.m. when I would be going home, walking against a mob of people miserable about to start their day. For some reason, I always enjoyed that part. This particular day, which happened to be a Friday, I decided to take public transportation, which was the train out of the Beacon train station. I had to go in a little bit early because this happened to be a day we were voting on our union contract. Another reason for taking the train was it was going to snow this weekend, and I didn't feel like shoveling out my car every 2 hours if anyone's ever parked in the city before during a snowstorm. It's just not an enjoyable time. So public transportation, here I came. Beacon train station consists of two large lots, both of which happened to be pretty much packed that day. So the only parking that was available was parking on the street. Now, after going down the hill, I remember seeing a spot. I decided to drive right back up to get there. As I was heading towards the parking location, I saw, coming around the bend, a car. The car looked out of control, and it was only heading in one direction, and that was mine. It is amazing how much you can think of in 30 seconds of time. Some of the things that went through my mind was, how am I going to avoid this? I couldn't go to my right because there was a hill. I couldn't go to my left because that was the other car's lane and where the cars were parked on the side of the road. There was only one thing that I could do, and that was brace for impact. So I white-knuckled around the steering wheel, locked my legs against that brake pedal, and I just was getting ready to accept what was headed my way. And accept I did. At 45 miles per hour, that car hit me head on. The hood flew over, windshield exploded in, side doors caved in, airbags exploded, and she launched me 25 to 30 feet backwards. It was an epic collision. After opening my eyes and realizing that I was still with everybody on this earth, the adrenaline started to build up. A sense of superhuman power started to take over. I couldn't just get the door open. I had to shoulder blast it open. And open it went. As I got out, not only adrenaline but anger started to sink in. So I'll never forget what I said. When I got out of the car, I shouted, "Is that all you got?" And then, after that instance, I heard crying. It just so happened that the other driver was a female driver. And once I heard her crying, my anger went right into sympathy and compassion. Went over to her car, made sure she was okay, told her there was a police station right up there, right around that bend, that I'd go walk there, remain calm. Got the police officer, ambulances came, fire department came. It was unbelievable. Not only did she hit mine, but she spun, ended up hitting a Land Rover and a Mercedes-Benz. So she got 3 for the price of 1. Adrenaline was still flowing. I felt fantastic. Decided to still go to work. I went to work the next day, 3 days, 4 days. The 5th day, as I'm in work, I was literally crawling up the stairs. I couldn't move no more. Something had happened. Something bad. I could just feel it. I ended up going to the hospital again, where they found out that the 3 lower discs of my spine had exploded. I was walking around with fragments of bone. So 2 surgeries later, no longer can do the duties that my job needed me to do. I ended up going through a state of depression. Got myself out of it with the help of my family, and that's why I'm here today. So even if life throws a car at you, you dust yourself off, you take a deep breath, and you move forward. That's my personal experience. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me show you my audience again. There they are. Look at them, still going. All right. Thank you very much again. Looking forward to seeing all your other speeches. Have a good evening.